Good evening. I'd like to call to order, please, the public hearing. Today's date is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. I'll have a roll call, please.
Sharon Callahan.
Here.
Lou Conyer.
Here.
Charlie Obermeyer.
Here.
Deborah Painter.
Here.
And Barb Yeager.
Here. Okay, the public is advised that members of the Hampstead Town Council may be present and in attendance at this meeting. All persons are reminded that this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for preservation of records and are asked that when providing comment to give their name and address. All persons in attendance are requested to print their name and address and affiliation on the sign-in sheet. The order of the hearing first is a discussion of the concept site plan for the Wise Gas and Go Station, 721 Hanover Pike. Welcome.
Thanks for the welcome. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Bill Swanek with HRG. I was here at the last hearing for our introductory plan. I didn't know, Jim, if you had an introduction or if I could just dive right in.
Dive right in.
Dive right in. Since that hearing, we submitted our formal concept plan to the county and to the town, and we received review comments from all the separate agencies there at the county. Actually revised our plan and resubmitted to those folks, and we got a clean bill of health
Excellent.
from the county planner. So the timing on the letter was perfect. October 22nd. Looks like she's leaving it up to you for final approval. Just so you know, the county comments, there really wasn't anything that changed our plan when you look at it. It was more adding notes, site data. I call them bells and whistles. It's nothing that, when you look at our plan, we have to move our gas and go or anything site related. I can certainly answer any questions if there's anything from the board this evening. Or I can even walk you through the plan again like I did at the introductory stage. I didn't know if that was necessary. You tell me whether you want to walk through the plan set or not. Nothing has changed since our introduction.
Would you like to do that? How do you feel about that?
Not if it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
When you look at our site
Yeah.
plan, we still have our gas and go, same
Right.
number of pumps. Stormwater, I'd say the only design item that we're still working on, and it'll be accomplished through the final plan, would be stormwater management. We had a really good meeting. Jim was there with the MDE folks. We got really good direction, and we're working towards a revised submission. Hopefully by the end of this week or early next, but we've got that set up to get them some supplemental information. So really, comment-wise, I think that's the only outstanding comments that I have today would be on the stormwater side of things. And our expectation is to polish all that up with a final plan submission.
And you'll see in your packs all the comment letters, and Elizabeth did a great job of putting them all in there and all the different highlights of the comments. And as Bill said, most of the comments are very minor. That can be easily rectified. Stormwater management, I was in on the meeting, as Bill said, and basically the guidance that was given in that meeting to Bill and his team I thought was outstanding. So I feel confident when they resubmit that we'll go ahead and get concept stormwater approval. That's really the only thing that's holding them back from being ready to move on to final site plan stage.
As part of the packet that I put together for you, certainly it's the revised plan, the county letter. The large response letter is from us. I just wanted to make sure I had all the county comments listed out chunk-wise and in responses. And then I know at the last meeting you were interested just in some color elevations of the proposed facility. They're attached to that letter. And I think for the final plan, we would certainly bring those in full size as part of our submission packet.
Okay.
I know at the hearing, the one comment that I took away from this board was landscaping. And we went ahead and included a pretty detailed landscape and lighting plan at this point. So that was a nice add-on for us.
Okay.
I love how this is broken out in chunks with question answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't mean to sound stupid,
There
but
were
man,
enough
is
of
that
them. We like to
easy.
be organized just to make sure we hit them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
really
great.
makes it clear. Yeah,
It
very
did,
much
yeah. I
so.
think that really helped Amy with her re-review then too, to make sure we got them all. Yeah, when we submitted the concept plan, I actually went right to the final checklist. So we knew we were kind of done. I'll still go through that checklist though before the next submission just to make sure we have everything.
think it looks great.
So basically, that just means that once they get stormwater management concept approval, he's already got the plan just about ready to go to intro final. So there won't be a big holdup while they do the final
This picture, I
design.
can't
So
get over
assuming
it.
you get that final approval, then what's the rough schedule?
I would love to get all of our approvals in place before the holidays. It sounds like we might be able to make that happen. Wise Markets will start construction probably early spring. Winter months, depending on weather. You know, it's always iffy. Site work can usually start in and around those winter months, and then I think the schedule for opening completion would probably be early summer, early to midsummer.
That may be a little aggressive, but you're close.
And that's coming from Alex, so we are.
Well,
we're always on the
optimistic, Jim.
aggressive side.
Optimistic,
Optimistic, yes, not aggressive, yes.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, so I can see you coming back either November, December, and getting concept approval, January introduce final,
Okay.
public hearing. So then your March, best case scenario to get
Oh, okay.
final from us.
Okay.
So then you've got maybe a month or so of the legal work with the county and with
That's
the
right, you
town.
warned us about that.
Yeah, so I can see you breaking ground maybe late May
Okay,
in that area.
thanks for the voice of reason.
We're just gonna go with
That's early
summer
spring.
2025.
There you go.
Spring.
Yeah,
2025 will be a very good
We'll
year.
work as diligently as possible to get us there.
yeah.
Are there any other comments or discussion?
We do also have the statement from the town, the zoning administrator statement.
Yeah, we normally used to break it up where we do the public hearing, and then in a regular commission meeting, then we would have listed on the agenda discussion of the project. And then I would give the adequate facilities study, and we thought about it. And since we're talking about the project now, why don't we just go ahead and wrap it into the public hearing? So we can go ahead and do that now. So this is the concept site plan certification, Town of Hampstead, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Elizabeth, sorry. I moved them because Alex wasn't here, but I was wrong. So Elizabeth's got the one for
Yes, I do.
Weiss Gas and Go.
Yep. So this document is presented to you in accordance with section 120-7 A and B of the Hampstead Town Code, zoning administrator study. The proposed use of this property is a conditional use in the general business district. Wise Markets, Inc., Carroll, Alex Aurobia received approval of the conditional use from the Zoning Board of Appeals on June 12th, 2024 for a fueling service station at 721 Hanover Pike, Hampstead, Maryland. The concept site plan as presented meets the zoning requirements as defined under Chapter 135 of the Town Code. The concept site plan complies with applicable provisions of the Code of the Town of Hampstead and all applicable state and county codes and provisions. Commission considerations. Please refer to the review comments made by the state, county, and town agencies. The local schools will not be impacted by this project. The proposal will not inadequately cause an inadequacy in police protection, recreational services, sewer service, or roads. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy of fire protection and emergency services. The amount of water used based on an estimated 20 gallons per day will not create an inadequacy in water or sewer services. The project conforms to the Hampstead and Environs Comprehensive Plan and the Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan. To the best of our knowledge, the proposed use does not violate any provisions, enforceable deed restrictions, or covenants attached to the property. This information is submitted to the Commission for your consideration during deliberations for approval of the concept site plan. This information is accurate to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. So we need an approval of this, is that correct, Jim? You know, okay,
Simply a public hearing.
just, okay. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Good to go?
Any other comments? Public hearing? Okay, then I'm going to make a motion, please, to close the public
No,
hearing.
you still
Oh.
have the PFAS.
We have the other half of the
Two
public hearing.
pieces.
Oh, I apologize, I'm
That's okay.
sorry. I'll take that back. Discussion of the Town of Hampstead PFAS Treatment Centralization Project Concept Site Plan. Sorry about that.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you. Have a
Reading
good
too
night.
fast, thank you.
Evening. I'm Jason Lowe with George Miles and Bureau. We were here 2 months ago, just in terms of the introduction. The project's town project in terms of water treatment facilities, putting 3 buildings for water treatment plants at Derry, North Carroll Farms, Shiloh, and Hampstead Valley. Incorporated with that is GAC and ion exchange treatment at the Derry Wells, GAC treatment at all 4 facilities, PFAS removal of the water treatment. To improve the water quality. We do have the architectural supports here. The primary difference between the buildings is the North Carroll Farms, where North Carroll Farms is an addition to the existing building. The other 3 are new buildings. Currently, we've gotten comments back from the county, I believe from all agencies. We're in the process of responding to those, looking to get a revision together and get that submitted to them with a response to comments in the month here. If there's any questions, or if you want to go through anything with that, glad to answer any questions. Go through any discussion you want.
I do have a question. I probably should have asked this before. The relocated entrance, I recall you saying that the drive would be widened to accommodate, to get to it, but relocated is different than widened, so is it
Are
going
we
to be?
talking about at Derry?
On 30, the Hanover, yes.
Okay.
So is that going to be in front of the Welcome to Hampstead sign now? Is that going to be a new road that
It will
access?
be, there's the fence line right where the property, that residential property ends.
Okay,
The road will go right there before you get to the welcome sign.
okay,
And
so
it's
it'll be
simply
north of the Welcome sign,
South of the welcome sign.
south of the Welcome sign?
Between the yard and the welcome sign.
Okay, so the existing road is kind of like a shared road now with the people that?
Yeah.
So-
Basically, that will be taken out of our service. We
Okay.
won't have to use it anymore and go right through their yard.
Okay, but it'll still be very close to that?
Yes, it's just on the other end, the north edge of that property.
Got it, okay.
That's exactly where it's going.
Okay, thank you.
And as far as county reviews of the plan, everything's sailing right along, really, with the exception of stormwater management, which is always the case. So, and you've talked to them, and
We're working through that. And
Yep.
addressed.
so,
And your question on the site plan, the drawing that we've got in there, it's for the Derry, it actually does show the location of the sign.
Okay, did I miss, where's the,
I can show you.
oh, is it in the back of that? No?
No,
you got it 2 months ago.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay, that's why I can't see it now.
So
Okay.
here's the new road through here. The sign's actually just up the road here, just above it. just
Got
to the
it,
north.
okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, okay.
And I do have that at home, so I will look my.
Any other questions?
Yeah, nothing really new with the project. It's just the waiting game while the reviews get done.
Yeah, and Jim, I'm sorry, one not really related to the engineering part of it, but just to the total cost of all the project together. Do we have a number for that? Is that not public?
It's
That's a good question.
Yeah.
We're guessing right now, we're gonna have a firm answer, a firm number next month.
Yeah.
$28 million range,
28?
28.
That's design and construction?
But we got 20 million something. grants, right?
19.5
Yeah.
in grants and forgivable loans. And we will go back for more through the state. We're gonna have a meeting with the finance section or portion of MDE sometime before year's end, and just update them on the project. That's why we're waiting to do that till we get the revised pricing, and then we can say, hey, so this is what it's gonna cost now. You know, we need more, and hopefully they will assist us with more money.
in the application, if they make you reapply or put a new application in, they start in December.
Yep, and I think it's due the end of January. Yeah, and it's the same process we did 2 years ago to get the 19.5 million. So we'll just basically change the application slightly to include any changes that have happened to the plan in the last 2 years and resubmit. So, and as far as I know, we're still the leading municipal water system out there. As far as we're the first one, you know, we're moving along.
Okay. Any other discussion or questions? Anybody?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
So-
Thank you very much.
As Elizabeth did with Weiss Gas and Go, I will do with the PFAS treatment and centralization project. So this document is presented to you in accordance with section 120-7 A and B of the Hampstead Town Code. Zoning administrator study. The concept site plan complies with all the applicable provisions of the code of the town of Hampstead and all other applicable town and county codes and provisions. Commission considerations. Please refer to the review comments made by state, county, and town agencies, along with the fact that local schools will not be impacted by this project. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy in police protection, recreational services, or roads. The proposed use will not create an inadequacy in fire protection or emergency services. And the proposed use will not create an inadequacy in water service or sewer service. This project conforms to the Town of Hampstead and Environs Comprehensive Plan and the Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan. To the best of our knowledge, the proposed use does not violate the provisions of any enforceable deed, restriction of covenants attached to the property. This information is submitted to the Commission for your consideration during deliberations for approval of the concept site plan. This information is accurate to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
Are there any comments or questions? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Now we need a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion?
May I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so approved. Now let's move on to open the Hampstead Planning and Zoning meeting, again Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. We need another, we have to be,
Roll call? No.
roll call, thank you.
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Same thing, all persons are reminded that this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for the preservation of records and are asked when providing comment also to give your name and address, and all persons in attendance are required to print their name and address and affiliations on the sign-in sheet. First on the meeting, or the agenda rather, is a minutes approval of the August 28th, 2024 regular commission meeting. May I have a motion to approve that, please?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Zoning administrator update. Jim?
All right. Just a few things this month. Antietam Broadband, they're finishing up the last few pieces of their fiber installation project. They got a few little underground installations left, and then they're working along Main Street and some of the side streets off of it, doing aerial installations. Antietam, they're still telling us that they're hoping to be able to offer their services to residents in the late fall. Thing is, they've got to get the Main Street all the way up. At some point, they're coming down from Manchester and they're coming up from Hampstead. Once they meet and they tie together, at that point, it will become a live system. So, Warshex, the traffic study for Warshex has been completed, but it was found to be incomplete. They left out one of the options for turning, and so they've got to go back and revise the traffic study, and then what will happen is SHA, the town and the county will review that traffic study. Tractor Supply, it's still going through the review process with the county. I noticed that they actually submitted a new copy of the plan, a revised plan, to Stormwater Management for their review today. So, and I know they had a meeting with stormwater management also, so hopefully they got the kinks ironed out and they can get approval on that quickly. A sad one, Hans has decided not to build their new facility in Hampstead.
I saw the
Are you
sign was
really?
gone, and I was wondering.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
I
so-
haven't heard that.
Yeah, the signs came down. I called Matt Hartman from Wickersham Construction, and he told me that, yeah, it was done.
Where are they going?
They are going to stay where they are.
What changed?
Matt told me that it was increased costs, increased construction costs. He told me a lot of it had to do with increased stormwater management regulations and costs.
Such an investment of time.
I'm so
though, and-
disappointed.
They had a lot of time and a nice chunk of money invested so far.
Wasn't before they were gonna build, wasn't the
Wow, I could
industrial
cry.
development
I feel bad about
folks
that.
gonna do some stormwater management on that piece of property?
They were going to, and that's just what he told me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So-
unfortunate.
Disappointing.
It is unfortunate. So, and actually, probably in the next week or so, you'll see a for sale sign out there. They'll be putting the property up for sale. So Hans does own the property.
Well, I must say, on the record, for me, I'm extremely disappointed. I was truly looking forward to that, becoming a part of the community.
And that's true. I mean, it would have been a great business to have in town. On the reverse side of that, if you all remember, they were a huge water user.
True.
So honestly, it would have been a strain on our water system. So that's one thing we don't have to worry about now. But yes, it is tough to lose them. On a brighter note,
Always end with the good.
yep, Carroll Community College, they're leasing about 15,000 square feet at the Pantherplex. And the college plans on opening a trade training center there.
It's wonderful.
State of the art center. They got a private grant, 2.8 million to do this. And it will offer training in welding, auto technology, HVAC, plumbing, carpentry, animal grooming, and some others. So I think that's a great get. It's a great use of that property. So I got to give it to Blue Ocean, the owners of the property. There were many things they could have done with it, but they continue to push it to be community oriented.
It's wonderful.
It's great.
That's great news.
What a
The
novel
storage
idea.
facility thing, did that drop out?
It's gone.
Yeah, to have it at the school, yeah.
Imagine that.
Imagine it being a school again,
That's hard to
everybody.
believe, isn't it?
What
Yeah.
part of the school would be able to accommodate like that kind of trade?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
I know that I was over there for a meeting, what was that, Jason, Industry Day? That was a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago. And there were people from Carroll County walking around the building and they're checking it out. So they're not gonna sit back on this one. I think they're gonna be moving full bore ahead. So
I think that whole first floor
I think it's a lot of the first floor.
is available because
Where the
it's,
library was, that part of the first floor? Like where the offices and the library and, because you have the are you talking cafeteria type?
Cafeteria area, I think,
Okay.
over that side, I think.
That
So-
would make sense, because that's a huge.
Yeah.
Open.
We're having
I don't know where
a,
the library was.
we're having an event there, a big trade show for Carroll County Realtors there, November 1st. And the 64 vendors, and it's exciting to see the school being used for the community like that. Very exciting.
And that's it.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Oh, So Jim,
Oh,
one
sorry.
question, I think maybe it's for both you and Elizabeth. You mentioned Antietam. At one point, we talked about they're gonna go around and look at the ground installs that they did. Is that already happened, or
Their
is that?
quality control guys, from what I understand, are out there.
Okay,
If you have a certain issue, okay, and you can't get a hold of them,
so I should reach out to them directly then?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next on the agenda, the approval of a sign application to Skill Trade, 1216 North Main Street, exterior signage.
Do we have to approve the minutes? Did we do that? Did I miss that?
We did.
We did.
We
Oh,
did that.
goodness, okay.
Where were you?
I'm not sure.
You were out.
I must have checked out for a minute there.
Good
Introduce
evening.
yourself.
Oh, my name is Tasha Dellavecchia. I am a co-founder of the Skill Tree at 1216 North Main Street in Hampstead. And we're just here today to get approval for our sign on top of the store, on top of the studio, on the building, and the window signage.
Can you tell us about what you do?
So the Skill Tree is a neurodiverse collaborative. We have two different sides. The first side, the one that you may see a lot on Facebook and posting and social media, so forth, is the social skills, life skills aspect. So basically, we offer classes, sessions, studios, workshops, however you want to explain it, for neurodiverse individuals, people, autism, spectrum disorder, ADHD, cognitive disabilities, any type of neurodiverse diagnosis. We don't really have any one particular set, but they come in and we teach them just a way to kind of deal with the world on their basis, and just try to integrate them better into the community, working on looking for jobs, making friends, just how to human is what we call it.
That's wonderful.
I love what you told me that day we talked on the phone, how basically at this location on Main Street, everything.
Yeah, it's perfect. We kind of call it like the you can live, work, and play. Main Street living, and we have the property actually kind of called to us. My husband and I had this plan, and we kind of were on like a 5-year plan. We thought, okay, we're going to really get into this. We're going to research this. We're going to make this work. And then literally like a month later, the property came up, and we were like, oh, we're so not ready for this. But it was perfect because it's right there in the middle of Hampstead, and from what I call the wise to wise, or wise to wise, you can literally live, work, and play there. Hampstead offers, we have, the bus shuttle service through Trailblazer. We have, the food stops as far as grocery stores. We have plenty of grocery stores. We have Walmart. We have, as far as play, we don't necessarily have a big movie house or, concerts or anything like that, but we do have plenty of town-oriented, community-oriented events. And I think most people spend Friday nights date night at the Walmart anyway, so it works well. So we're really trying to implement our individuals that are going from high school into the real world, explaining a lot of these people are going to be on subsidized incomes, and we have lots of places on Main Street and even just a little bit off Main Street where they could rent using their subsidies.
So you're trying to teach life skills?
Life skills.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so.
And is it that particular age range, high school to?
It started that way,
Okay.
but now we're starting to find the need is a little bit broader range. So we currently are set up for middle school through seniors. We actually want to incorporate the senior center as well on a few things, because there are a lot of undiagnosed older people that are starting to realize, maybe I did have that. And so we're offering those services for them as well. But right now we're currently trying to concentrate on middle school to age 90.
So are you therapists? How would you classify what your background is that?
Certainly. My husband is a doctor of psychology. He currently has a private practice through Cedar Ridge Counseling Center.
That was going to be my next question is, do you, okay.
So he's been doing that for approximately 15 to 20 years, and has a background in his schooling with Johns Hopkins and Kennedy Krieger. And then so he's the primary therapist. He's the primary director of the center. He will be offering private therapy as well. That is more so, he's basically just taking his private practice that he has now, moving it up to here, just moving the clients there. So, and then the clients that we have for the actual skill tree are, that's more some of them are fed through his private practice, but we are looking to branch out as far as that's concerned. The private practice has a very long waiting list right now. It's definitely something that's just a nationwide shortage for, there's just not enough therapists to go around. But we will be offering those services. I think he added one recently, but
So will you reach out to the schools to?
yes,
let
yes,
them-
we're working on that. We're trying to get, going through the process of getting, everything approved as far as, it's a little confusing right now as far as advertising, just because the sign says the Small Tree Boutique, or Small Town Boutique. So we're just trying to make sure, before we do a huge push on advertising and so forth, we just want to have everything in place. Plus, we're putting our programs together right now. My background, I come from emergency medical services. I work at Johns Hopkins as a critical care transport coordinator, and I'm still working. So we're just kind of we're doing it slowly.
Take your time and get it
Yeah,
right.
we want to get it right before we
Yeah.
just rush right into
It
it.
sounds fantastic.
It does.
We're excited.
It
Yeah.
really does. We were just talking about that. Like,
Yeah, we're really excited. It's
get help.
Wonderful.
we have a lot of ideas. So right now, we really just want to concentrate on getting people in, finding out what the innate needs, realizing that each community and kind of demographic area, everybody kind of has a different need. This area, because it's so, wide and open, it's hard for people to get transportation. That's a huge one. So we might be working with, trying to get people their driver's license and trying to get them, more comfortable. That seems to be the biggest thing, is people are not comfortable getting their driver's license. So we might be working on that. And
When do you anticipate being ready?
we better be ready by Friday, because we have our first sessions on Friday. So when do we?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
When do we anticipate? Maybe in like 6 years. But we're going to open
as
on
you go.
Friday.
You're going to
anyway.
start and be open on Friday, okay?
Yeah, we're all
As
going to
long
work
as we approve their
together.
signs.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to approve. Let's approve the sign. So, any questions? We can have a motion, please, to approve. Go
One
ahead.
question about the sign.
Oh.
There's got to be some symbolism in there somewhere, but I'm not.
So the black, what looks like the tree,
Uh-huh.
on the logo, right here, Jim.
Yep.
That is actually a psi symbol. That's the Greek symbol for psi, and that's what is notable for psychology.
Okay.
And then the little trees, basically, it's just, we were trying to, in all honesty, it's my husband's tattoo.
I see it as suggesting growth.
That's
It is,
exactly
that's
right.
exactly what it is. We wanted something
Yeah.
that we could incorporate. We have such beautiful trees and things like that around here, and it took us weeks when we finally decided that we were going to try to rent the space. We were asking everybody, like, what do you think? Any ideas for a name? What do you think about a name? And then I don't even know who came up with it, but they said, oh, you should really turn, the psi symbol into a tree. And then we kind of started working with that, and then that's when we came up with the name, and that's when, so.
Very good. Worth
I looked
explaining.
at the skill tree and I assumed, and then I read helping each other grow, and I assumed it was something about growth. And this
Yeah.
is very, very nice and very
Thank you.
exciting.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to help people.
Yeah,
Very
and we
much
don't
so.
want to have any specific group, because we really want to be able to help whoever we can. So
Right.
it's been a really neat journey so far. We've had lots of people come in and just stop in. We've had a gentleman come and sit with us the first day for several hours, and he will never utilize our services, but it was just nice having him there and sitting and talking with him. And so, but yeah, it's been neat. We're excited.
Very much so. Okay, any other questions? Then it's time to make a motion, please, to approve the sign at 1216 North Main Street, Hampstead, Maryland, 21074, the Skill Tree. May I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve.
And a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I have a question. on
Oh, you
this.
do?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm
On the
sorry.
Certificate, no, I just noticed, it says on the description, it says at the bottom the words, "Let's grow together," but here it's helping each other grow.
I probably didn't write the right thing. It's-
Okay.
Whatever's on the graphic is what it is.
The helping each other grow
Helping each other
will
grow,
be
yes,
on the
yes.
sign.
Okay,
Thank you for catching that, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
it's my pleasure.
I think it
I'm
was
here for it.
back and forth, we were going back and forth between the two, and that's the one we decided on. I still have to look at my business card.
I like them both, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just making sure that the application is
And my
correct.
back of the
so-
napkin, math here for the window sign means it's under the, percentage, correct, Jim?
It is. What did your back of the napkin come up with,
Under the
percentage-wise?
percentage.
Okay. Yeah, so as,
We're not on the window. Oh, we did this one already?
We haven't done that yet. Okay. Next is approval of sign application, the Skill Tree, 1216 North Main Street window signage. So let's take a look at that.
I hope the math is right on it. I tried to make sure it was.
That's why we bring Charlie. You got you.
My math is awful, so.
57, 70.
you're fine.
It's way under, right?
So how are you going to see
Because
this
it's
on?
only two windows that are gonna
Yeah.
have it, so there's no, it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. I
don't
have to
even
go
need
back and look at the
Charlie's back
windows.
in
There
there.
you go. Look.
I don't see a napkin, but I got you.
Exactly, that's why I was saying.
Just to give you the official number. So the regulation is 30%, you can't cover more than 30%. This one is 18%.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 15, 10, 15.
Charlie, what'd you come up with?
Very close to that,
I'll write through like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
yeah. Under 30%, that's all I'm saying.
It's really hard to get those numbers, like, because you have to think about the space of the wording, and you have to think of, it was a lot of work.
Well, having it only on two windows kind of helps because then
did.
you're just like eliminating, you know, that whole.
Again, it just goes to
Yeah.
show about the property too, because the way that the windows come in like that.
Oh, yeah,
So we
yeah.
still
Right.
have the whole open space, which is really cool because for decorating purposes, for like, we've already started thinking about Christmas, and we had a blast doing for Thanksgiving, so, or for the fall festival. So we're already kind of, I didn't want to take any space away because I want to put up my decorations.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, then we need a motion, please, to approve the sign application for the window signage for the Skill Tree, 1216 North Main Street.
So moved.
May I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God knows, I might need his services someday. Okay, next, certification that the 2024 fall amendment to the 2024 Carroll County Water Sewer Master Plan as it pertains to the town of Hampstead is consistent with the 2010 Hampstead Community Comprehensive Plan amended in 2023.
Thank you all. Just wanted to point out, as you all now know, this went from Price Wagner to now me, taking care of countywide water and sewer. One of the things I know you have seen from the get-go here is the layout of the staff report. Just reviewing information, professional information or professional literature from the American Planning Association. Just wanted to restyle the staff reports. Just try to make it a little bit easier to understand, easier to work through, and also, number one, all the pertinent information you need is right on the front page. So with looking at the front page, the gallons per day transferred with this amendment is 5,554 gallons per day. This is for two parcels roughly located in the area between Greenmount Station and the North Carroll, or it used to be North Carroll, it's the Life Bridge Physical Therapy, just south of Farmwoods Lane. And this is to have those two properties designated in the priority sewer service area. So it's going from future to priority for new development. And when the development is complete and we do the triennial update, then that's the time that it would move from priority to existing. So without further ado, Carroll County Planning staff recommends that the town of Hampstead Planning and Zoning Commission certify the request to amend the priority sewer service area on map 22, which in the Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan is the Hampstead Sewer Service Area. As described above, adding 5,554 gallons per day to the demand calculations in Table 32, as described above, is consistent with the 2010 Hampstead Community Comprehensive Plan as amended in 2023. And that is that's the recommendation. And if you all have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The new format. Nice.
Thank you.
Very much so.
These two properties, one of them is actually the Tractor Supply property. The other is a small parcel just south of that. These are the only two parcels that were in future. So once we're doing one, we might as well do the second. So that's why that empty one's going to move from future to priority also. The numbers are all correct, so everything in this document appears to be good to me.
I have to ask Jim, where is there a small parcel for 40 homes just south of that?
Tractor Supply does not take the entire thing down to the
Literally
daycare.
adjacent to Tractor Supply.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
There's like
Okay.
a strip goes back. You have that driveway that goes back. Then you have another strip.
Okay.
I mean, it's about the third as large, third the size of Tractor Supply.
Okay.
So, I don't think there's a motion necessary or anything. You just need the signature, right?
Just a
Correct.
signature.
A,
Right.
a vote and a signature.
Do
You
we
need a
I
vote.
don't think we need a vote. It's-
You just need a certified, right?
I do, but it's for the Hampstead Planning and Zoning Commission hereby certifies the 2024 Fall Amendment to the Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan as it pertains to Hampstead is consistent with the 2010 Hampstead Community Comprehensive Plan as amended in 2023 as exemplified in the associated submission information.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So, and all approved.
So
Thank you.
certified.
Thank
So
you.
certified, yes. Thank you, and I'll sign this. You read that very well.
Thank you.
Seems that you've done that before.
Probably once or twice. Okay, next on the agenda, Carroll County Department of Planning update.
Thank you.
You're back.
I am back, and I will do this on my phone since my computer is not cooperating with me at home right now. So just a couple updates. Nothing new for the housing study, but that is moving along. Text amendments, current text amendments that are in the process: the Housing Expansion and Affordability Act, solar site design requirements, and the DRRA's Development Rights and Responsibilities. DRRAs were adopted on October 10th. And for the master plan update is the public outreach events are being scheduled for this fall. And also the new website was launched on Thursday, which is carroll2035.org. Bless you.
Thank you.
And just one update as well for water and sewer. The fall or the spring amendment to the Water and Sewer Master Plan, the 2025 Spring Amendment, is due February 1st. And that is all I have.
Thank you so much. Any comments, questions, discussion? Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Andrew.
Okay, moving right along, is there any other business we need to discuss? Nope. Any public comment? Then we need a motion to adjourn. May I have a motion, please, to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
May I have a second?
Seconding.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Adjourned. Thank you.